You're it's Wabi from the Politically Correct Show featuring my daughter Confidence with part two of episode three. Um, and today I'm going to talk about the NBA versus the NFL. The way I see the NBA and the NFL, no matter if it's scripted or it's not, is the NFL always makes sure that they do things to mix it up a bit, where the NBA just tries to not get canceled. You know, the NFL's big thing was to get rid of uh, concussions and all that stuff, and to make football uh, a more higher scoring game. I mean, kind of like the NBA too, except for with the NFL, it's like it's more it's more entertaining watching pass plays, and them being completed. Where you see people just jack up threes in the NBA, it's like you're not Curry though. People who try to be Curry so much that it's kind of ruining the game. To be honest with you, it's hard to watch. What I like to see in games is sports wise is not how much they score per se, but how close the game is. Like if a team's getting blown out and it looks like they're not really even trying, I'm not gonna want to watch the game. But if the game's close or somewhat close, then I'm more likely to watch that game. In the NBA, it used to be 10-point leads and 5-point leads and all that stuff, and 15-point leads. If you're really on a roll, you get a 20-point lead. But now I see 30 and 40, sometimes even 50-point leads on the regular. And I mean, who wants to watch a game where people are getting destroyed and then up until the playoffs? But even the playoffs aren't as competitive as I would like them to be as far as basketball goes. And then all we can do about it is tell these players how it is. But you tell the players how it is and they say, oh well, you know we die for this stuff and we put our blood, sweat, and tears for it, and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, all we want is an entertaining show. I'm not really a big fan of load management. I'm not really too fond of it, but I do understand it. But they took it and then they made it an even bigger thing than what it has to be now. People are only making like 50 games a year, and that's stars. And you can't have that in the NBA because we want to see the stars. We want to see the best of the best play. Um, you know, football died down a little bit. It's a little watered down too, but still the games are a lot more close, obviously, because of the way they score and stuff. But also, it's not like everybody has to try to be Tom Brady or something. Just like in basketball, everybody has to be just Steph Curry. Everyone. And I mean, I feel like they can win without trying to be like Steph Curry, but everybody tries to be Steph Curry and everybody tries to throw out as much as threes as possible. And I just don't think it works out for the NBA. I think they need to try to find some rules where you bring a little bit of the toughness back because uh yeah, it's weird. And plus not only that, but the flags, the technicals where people get kicked out for basically talking crap. I mean, all of that's just it just dies down the game. I mean, I want to see the best of the best play. I don't want to see Draymond Green get technical because he he walked over somebody. Give him a technical because he kicked somebody in the balls. That's why you give Draymond Green a technical, not because he's out here walking over people or he's talking shit or whatever. He's allowed to do all of that because He's a professional athlete. He should be passionate about his work, but you know, he ain't punching nobody in the face though. So to me, I think Draymond Green is a big, huge example of why we should uh, put the sport more to what it was a little older. I feel like my era with the 2000 and the 2010s, I feel like that's the best era of basketball because it's the most balanced era to me. But because it's not as soft as today, but at least you don't have Michael Jordan type stuff where you're punching somebody in the face. Like, you don't need to punch nobody in the face, but a little aggression would be great. A little bit of passion. All right, so next I'm going to talk about CJ Stroud. That CJ Stroud hate is absolutely ridiculous. Like, I just don't understand it. The guy on his rookie season, he was the youngest, I believe, to go to the divisional round. And now, 2 years later, we're wondering if he still should be an NFL quarterback. It's absolutely ridiculous to me, considering we praise Sam Darnold. And, Sam Darnold used to see ghosts. When he was a rookie, he was seeing ghosts. Sam Darnold's a true testament that you can flip your career when you need to. You can flip your career if you want. And CJ Stroud doesn't even need to flip his career. He just needs to play better, than he has been in the last 2 years. He needs to get back to his rookie form. I don't think CJ Stroud is a top 10 quarterback or nothing, but he's definitely a franchise quarterback as far as winning you games and getting you deep into the playoffs. Do I think CJ Stroud gonna win a Super Bowl? No. But that's because he's a Texan and I'm a Colt, so how is he gonna win a Super Bowl when he has to go through us? Our team is coming up. We're going up, up. Like, the Colts are the next team in my opinion, in my humble opinion. We the next team, so it ain't nothing against CJ Stroud. He's just gonna be next to us the whole time until he goes somewhere else. Do I think the Texans should pay CJ Stroud and give him extension? Yes, definitely, for sure. Because CJ Stroud is the best quarterback in our division. And that should say something. He made the playoffs with him, I believe, 3 times? Either 3 times or twice, I forget. No, I think it's twice actually. He's been there twice with the Texans. So that should count for something. And his stats don't ever look too bad. He's just below the ball a little bit when it comes to the level of play that he showed. You see, the problem is he showed too much promise in his rookie season. If he didn't show so much promise on his rookie season, nobody would be talking about, is he a franchise quarterback? We all would be talking about, he's average. He wouldn't get too much slander as he does today. So that's about it. Live, breathe, eat. It's Wabi.